Hello, my name is Ralf Friedrichs. I am your host of the Take Your Life Back Today show. I want to talk to you about vices. A vice doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol or drugs. It could be a lot of different things. So my question to you, my friends, is what's your vice? No matter how tight you keep your budget, there is always something you are apt to overspend on. A vice is defined as a weakness in character, but our purposes will go with a lenient definition. Our new definition of the vice is something that you admit is important enough to you to allow yourself to spend frivolously on it. At some point we are going to work the word moderately in there, but you are, if you're with me, then stick with me as far as we can go on this. If you are, your vice probably popped into your head immediately. Since I brought up the topic, I'll share mine. My vices was always alcohol, and I abused it up until the age of, I believe it was 49 or 50. And as much as I'd love to just go crazy, drinking constantly until I was feeling good and passed out. Now, my vice are videos and family and love. Now I limit myself to drinking to a zero tolerance, because if I didn't, it would drown me. And two, by limiting my alcohol input, it has extended my life, hopefully tremendously. You should be able to name your vice quickly, but to help jog your memory, here are a few common vices. Some people have a vice of just overspending on cars, home decorating, shopping, dining out, beer, wine, and alcohol, hobbies, drugs, exercise, music, movies, traveling, technology, pets, socializing. You're probably thinking, how is exercise a vice? But hear me out. For our new definition, a vice is something you spend frivolously on, meaning you are spending more on your vice than likely necessary. A gym membership is something which can easily fit into many budgets for all of us, but if you're a member of the fanciest, most pimped out gym in the city, chances are you're spending more than you need to. And that's okay, as long as it fits my vice budgeting criteria. Of course, there are criteria. Don't act surprise. Vice budgeting criteria in moderation. I could just stop here, but since we're talking about vices, you probably aren't thinking clearly when faced with your vice of choice. Moderation is really going to be your friend here. If you use all your powers of will and manage to spend in moderation when it comes to your vices, you can enjoy your vice while avoiding going over budget, or worse, going into debt. Use 50% of your surplus if you are meeting all your obligations each month, including paying all bills, saving money regularly, and contributing to your retirement account. You can spend 50% of your surplus each month on your vice. Why 50%? Because you need to limit yourself. Whether it's a college fund for the kids or a down payment for a house, the other 50% need to do something for your future. But there's a catch with the 50% surplus rule. Don't spend over 5% of your take-home pay on your vice. If you bring home $4,000 a month and your monthly surplus is given month is $500, and you use 50% of this on your vice, that's actually over 6% of your monthly take-home pay. This is too much to spend on a vice, so here is the rule. Net monthly income times 5%, your vice budget. You just have to remember you don't get to spend 5% of your budget on your vice unless it's surplus. This isn't some extra budget category you get just to add, because this is a reward for spending less than you make. Let me put it this way. If you bring home $4,000 a month and your surplus is only $200 a month, you don't get to hold $200 on your vice. You have to first divide it in half, which leaves you $100 to spend on your vice and $100 to spend on other goals. Conversely, if we go back to the original example where you have $500 surplus, you would use $200 on your vice and $300 for other financial goals. It's a lot of rules, but here's the thing. By definition, your vice is something that you are buying with a "two gives a crap" attitude. So, I should say, who gives a crap attitude. So you need to learn and know these rules by heart so that when you are faced with a major vice purchase scenario, the rules will kick in automatically. Spending smarter is the best way to get what you want all around. A vice, as a gym, pets, those are harmless vices except for the budgeting aspect. A vice such as food intake, alcohol and beer, drugs, sexual, those vices can actually hurt you. So be careful on the vices you pick and choose, and be careful how much you spend. And remember the rule. It should not go over the 5% of your income, of your surplus income. Start today working on your vice monthly allowance. And if you're having vice issues like I did with alcohol, start today looking at how to find a way to take your life back. And one way you could do that is by calling me 844-405-HELP. And together, you and I can work on you taking your life back. And may God bless you.